What's good, everyone? Welcome to the PWR-Up podcast. I am your host, Sir Snorlax, aka Dennis, and this is episode number 31. We are here live. We're going to be talking about all of the latest news, and we're also going to be talking about EVO and a little bit of my experience from the Bandai Namco regional that occurred in Orlando at the beginning of the month. So let's get into, well, beginning of June, I should say. We're already in July. I'm a little behind on the times. But first and foremost, we always got to get into the shout out to the Southwest Florida FGC for Southwest Florida FGC weekly number 183 in Tekken. Tied up in 7th place, we had Crispy Crisps and TVTengu. Low for both. Very interesting week. So like I said, low standings for both of these guys. Tied up in 5th place, Dizzy KOF and your boy, Sir Snorlax. In 4th place, we have Shmoop. 3rd place, Frank Gaines XP. 2nd place, Spiker. And in first place, Chango. Moving into our Street Fighter bracket. Tied up in 7th place, TVTengu and Walt Coyote. Tied up in 5th place, Dizzy KOF and your boy, Sir Snorlax. And I am using my again, so there's that. In 4th place, we have Castro. In 3rd place, we have Frank Gaines XP trying to take my character again. You're not going to do it to me this time, Frankie. 2nd place, Spiker. And in 1st place, Shmoop. With that, let us get into our standings for the Southwest Florida FGC leaderboards and league, starting with Tekken. We've got in 20th place, Mr. Worldwide with 1 point. In 19th place, we have Reaper 305 with 1 point. In 18th place, we have RT with 2 points. In 17th place, we have Sum with 4 points. And in 16th place, we have Foz with 5 points. 15th place, we have Yakult Lover with 6 points. In 14th place, we have Zoe Valentine with 8 points. In 13th place, we have Shmoop with 8 points. In 12th place, we have Frank Gaines XP with 12 points. In 11th place, we have Mojo Died with 12 points. In 10th place is your boy, Sir Snorlax, with 14 points. In 9th place, we have JC 6 Million with 15 points. In 8th place, we have Savage Mela with 22 points. In 7th place, we have Spiker with 29 points. In 6th place, we have TVTengu with 47 points. In 15th place, we have Chango with 55 points. In 4th place, we have Kazi Bara with 56 points. In 3rd place, we have Samurai Soda with 69 points. In 2nd place, we have Flamio with 140 points. And at the top of the leaderboard, in first place, we have Crispy Crisps with 158 points. Moving into our Street Fighter 6 leaderboard. In 20th place, we have Castro with 3 points. In 19th place, we have Prox with 5 points. In 18th place, we have the Red Fox with 6 points. In 17th place, we have Noodle with 6 points. In 16th place, we have Scourge with 9 points. In 15th place, we have DBX with 10 points. In 14th place, we have Cruisin' with 13 points. In 13th place is your boy, Sir Snorlax, with 14 points. In 12th place, we have Harold with 15 points. In 11th place, we have Frank Gaines XP with 17 points. In 10th place, we have Dizzy KOF with 18 points. In 9th place, we have TVTengu with 20 points. In 8th place, with 29 points, is Mr. Worldwide. In 7th place, Walt Coyote with 31 points. In 6th place, Spiker with 42 points. In 5th place, we have Zoe Valentine with 49 points. In 4th place, we have Professor Peanut with 50 points. In 3rd place, we have Boz, also with 50 points. And in 2nd place, Blue Icy Dasani with 115 points. In 1st place, we have Schmoop with 159 points. Shouts out to all of our South of Florida FGC. We are going to look at the next big event. So, going into this weekend, July 11th, we've got Southwest Showdown Summer Heat Wave. Our lineup, we've got our mystery bracket by the architect TVTengu. Windjammers 2, we got to get that summer feel, you know. A Guilty Gear Strive. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's Marvel, baby. We got Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. For Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, there's a $100 pop bonus for each individual game and some major points for the league. Now, mystery bracket. We've got our game lineup. What you're going to play, we don't know, but we've got quite a lineup here. So some of these games, I can't even read these logos for. So the Killing Blade, World Heroes Perfect, Primetime Fighter, Azura Blade, Sword of Destiny, Bloodstorm, Karnov's Revenge, Kabuki Clash. I can't read that one. We're going to skip that one. Dino Rex, Waku Waku 7, Time Killers, War Gods, Thrill Kill, Bio Freaks. I know that one. Ultra Vortec. I think that's what that says. Balls 3D. Boy, I can't wait to play Balls 3D. I haven't played that game in a while. Advanced VG2. Primal Rage. Always a great game. And then we got Cardinal Sin, and I cannot read the last one. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. I should have been better prepared, right? But the architect has put together quite the mystery bracket. And like I said, there's major points coming on for our leagues. 40 points going to the first place of each game. So join us. Sign up on Start GG. Event starts at 12 p.m. Doors open, and then we will start our first bracket at 1. It'll be an all-day event at Retro Zone Arcade in Fort Myers. So, as I said, check us out. Come join us. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Mystery brackets free to enter. With that said, we're going to go ahead and move into the next topic of discussion. Okay. This is going to be a lot of TCG talk right now, and I apologize. I went to the regional for, that was put on by Versus Games, and it was the UA. I'm sorry, it was UA. It was Digimon, Dragon Ball, Gundam, all this, right? So I did a Gundam side event in which I won 2, I lost 3, so there's that. My ranking in that it was a what? It was a 32-man pod, and I got 17th in that. So I'm pretty happy about that. I played the what did I play for this one? I want to say I played Green Academy, but I might be wrong. I may have played Cyber Psychos. I cannot remember. This is how in tune I was with this event. But it was fun. It was, like I said, it was in Orlando. It was part of a trip that I made recently. And then I also did the main event, which was the Union Arena Championship 26-27 offline regional wave 1. And I went into this with, I only wanted to win one game. But this is the deck that I went into. So I'm gonna get into the deck, and then I'll go through my matches. So this is the yellow Evangelion deck, or the waifu deck, as many call it. So we're running zero cost Misato's at 4, the zero cost Ray at 4, the zero cost Mari at 3, the one cost Mari at 4, the two cost Ray at 2, the two cost Asuka at 2, the two cost Mari at 3, the three cost Misato at 4, the three cost Asuka at 4, the four cost Ray at 4, the four cost Mari at 4, the four cost Asuka at 4, and then 4 finals and 4 specials. So my record was, let me look at this real quick. I went 4-4. 4-4, because there was no final match because we had no undefeated. We had one undefeated in the last round, so there was no point in playing the final round. But my first match that I lost was to Mr. W, and that was Ava Yellow Mirror, and I made a couple of dumb mistakes in that one. The next one was Doogie in round 2, which I won, and that was a Shadow Army deck. The Shadow Army I won. There was a couple of mistakes that Doogie made that I know the deck because I played the deck, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. So that was that could have gone either way. Doogie, I do believe, was a new player to that deck, and he even actually admitted that he made a mistake towards the end because I mentioned that he did not do the snipe with the Jinwoo. My third match I lost, and that was the purple JJK. I believe it was the Oogie Boogie. I just got overwhelmed before I could even do anything. On my fourth match was a very awesome match against Super Mario. It came down to the wire. We came down to the last minute. We had about, I believe I ended the match with maybe like 10 seconds left. It was a red Ava Shinji Ray, the get in the robot Shinji. So that was a fun match. Fifth match, Dar Soto beat me with the Red Kenshin. The sixth match was I won from Saitama, and that was a yellow Sakamoto. My seventh match was a win, and that was a yellow Tokyo Ghoul. I cannot remember because I didn't write it down who my final match was, but that was a loss. So I did lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, win, lose. But it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I love this deck. It's one of my favorite decks. I would say that with UA, my favorite decks so far have been my green bleach, which is the Tootsie Roll Kenny mix up. We've got the yellow Ava is another one of my favorites, and Shadow Army. Speaking of Shadow Armies, my local had its rare battle for solo leveling. And your boy won the big one. The winner for the rare battle, the 12 cost winner, ultra rare Jinwoo Song. I won this one with Shadow Army. And this is my Shadow Army deck that I'm slowly and surely trying to bling out. So I'm running, because the card allows it. I'm running 10 Shadow Shoulders. You can run 12. I'm only running 10. I'm running 4 tanks total. I got 2 of the Altards. I'm running 2 of the zero cost Jinwoo, but it's the Altart. It's not in the app. I've got the 2 cost irons. I got one of the Altart and one of the regular. The 2 cost Jinwoo Sung at 4, which I also have 2 of the winner cards from the release event, or I'm sorry, the regular um, winner packs. I'm running 3 Tusks. One of them is the Altart. Kaisel at 3 with one of the Altart. I have the 4 3 cost Jinwoo, which I also have on the alternate cards, and 1. I'm sorry, 2 Egrises, one of the Altart, and I've got 4 of the 12 cost Jinwoo Sung. I've got 4 Monarch domains. I've got 3 Shadow Monarchs and 1 Mutilation under my specials, and then I have 4 Arise. My matches were pretty damn close almost every single round. Just looking at my match history here, my first match with CJ, I pulled a final at the very end. Otherwise, I probably would have lost my first round. My second round against Fook was pretty close, but I think I just overwhelmed Fook with the amount of Shadow Army cards I had out. And then my boy, Zelks, Julian, Adrian, whichever name we're going to go under for this one, I believe it was Julian, hit me with that slime. That time I was reincarnated into a slime, and it was neck and neck. I think if he had had one more AP in his last turn, he probably would have beat my ass. But I came out on top. um, there would have almost been another round had Tengu won his match. So probably would have pitted me and him against each other, and he was running the green Saitama because he was also undefeated. But Fook took him out, giving me the first place victory and the card, which I'm very happy about. I've not won a rare battle before. Um, this is one that I really wanted to win. We are definitely gonna be getting this graded at some point or another through Beckett, not PSA, because no. Um, but that has been my TCG experience thus far. I recently got into Riftbound as well, and we're testing the waters on that. Um, oh, my winnings because I won the tournament. I also got a credit, so I got this guy right here. It is a Sonic die that is like heavy as hell, and it's got the different characters. I almost got the other one too because it's Shadow, but we got this one so far. Gundam is coming out with a new set at the end of this month. That's going to bring Endless Waltz stuff from Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. I'll be building a green white deck for that. And we got Chainsaw Man coming out at the end of the month, so that's going to be fun. Hopefully, we'll be able to get product because Bandai is completely just screwing our shop over. I've got stuff on my hat that it's been bugging me, and I'm trying to get it off because it's like fuzz. All right, got it. No, I did not. Oh well, we'll leave it like that. Anyway, I digress. Next, let's get into some news, some recent news that I want to talk about, stemming over the course of the last couple of weeks. First one, this one's coming from Video Games Chronicles. Chris Scullion. Video Game History Foundation calls on the ESA to find a way to legally preserve digital only games for research. The video game, I'm sorry, Sony's double announcement on Wednesday, which we will talk about here. Let me go back. Let's talk about Sony. Let us talk about Sony because this is crazy. So it made two announcements. Sony made 2 announcements last week, or actually, yeah, last week. First, Sony is closing the PlayStation Store for the PS3 and the Vita. So let's look at that from Chris Scullion. After nearly 2 decades of supporting the PS3 generation, console generation, we wanted to let you know that we will be closing the PlayStation Store on PS3 as well as on Vita, the company said. PlayStation Store PS3 will close in select markets starting this year, followed by global closures for PS3 and PS Vita next year. That means new content purchases will no longer be possible once the PlayStation Store closes on these devices. To ease the transition, players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the close date for the foreseeable future. According to Sony, the PlayStation 3 store will first close in Mexico, Honduras, and Nicaragua in August 2026, followed by additional Latin American and Middle Eastern countries in late 2026. PS3 and Vita stores in all other countries will close on July 2027, so we got a year left. As the PlayStation Store continues to evolve to support modern commerce systems, including updated payment processing standards, PS3 and PS Vita are no longer able to support these updates at the level required, Sony says. We know this news may be disappointing to PS3 and PS Vita players who hold a special place in their hearts for this generation of gaming. PS3 and PS Vita represent an important era in our PlayStation history, so this was not an easy decision for us to make. As we continue to expand the PlayStation experience on newer devices that most of our users are playing on today, we need to focus more resources on delivering the best gaming experiences on these platforms as we look ahead towards the future. Sony had previously attempted to close the PS3 and PS Vita digital stores back in 2021, announcing it was going to close stores along with the PSP store that summer. After player backlash, Sony U-turned on the decision, with the then SIE president Jim Ryan stating, "Upon further reflection, it's clear we made the wrong decision here. Sony decided at the time to keep the stores open, but went ahead with the closure of the PSP store, which ended on July 2nd, 2021. The other announcement, the more controversial announcement that PlayStation made, PlayStation announces the end of disc games starting January 2028. This one comes from Andy Robinson. Sony has announced that physical disc games will be discontinued for PlayStation consoles from January 2028. Following this date, new games from all publishers will be available on the PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only, it said. The transition to digital won't affect games that have already been released or will be released prior to January 2028 in disc format. Sony said, as consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from this physical disc to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. It added, "This is a natural direction for the Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support." Like most platforms, PlayStation's game sales have been increasingly shifting to digital in recent years. In its latest business year, ended April 2026, Sony Interactive Entertainment reported that 78% of full game sales were digital downloads. In 2013, where Sony first began to offer full game downloads on PlayStation 4, digital accounted for 13% of sales, according to Ampere data. PlayStation 5 was Sony's first home game console to launch with a digital-only version. Then in 2023, it launched a redesigned console that came without a disc drive as standard, with users having to purchase an add-on to use physical games. According to Circana data, in the US, as of the end of May 2026, 52% of Xbox Series and Xbox and 27% of PlayStation 5 consoles sold do not include a disc drive. Confirmation of PlayStation's digital transition confirms PlayStation 6 won't support discs for new games. It also suggests PS6 likely won't arrive until after the January 2028 cutoff. The shift to digital will further raise concerns about preservation in gaming, especially on a day when Sony also announced the closure of PS3 and PS Vita digital stores. A Sony spokesperson told GameFile that with all digital content, including games, movies, and music, players are purchasing a personal license for non commercial use. Regarding fears that PlayStation games could be lost to time in an all digital era, the rep also noted that that Sony remains committed to delivering experiences from past generations to the new platforms our players are using. From SIE's point of view, ditching physical media will allow it to reduce manufacturing costs, bullshit, and extract higher profit margins from downloads at a time when prices have rocketed due to component crisis. According to Ampere analyst Pierce Harding Rolls, an all digital PlayStation could benefit the wider industry. Y'all, I'm going to get into my comments in a minute. Hold on. If there is a way to streamline the business of games retail, I generally think it is a good thing for the industry as it removes unnecessary costs, he told GameFile. This will help offset pressure on margins from other directions, development and staffing costs, for example. However, Nico Partners Daniel Ahmad commented that regardless of digital's rising share of sales, the decision to stop physical disc production at this point is entirely a platform-led decision that is designed to cut costs for Sony, eliminate resale slash used market, and drive 100% of revenue through the PlayStation Store. Exactly. Confirmation of PlayStation's all digital future comes a week after Rockstar announced that Grand Theft Auto 6 will only be available digitally and that the physical version of GTA 6 will ship with a digital download code inside the box instead of a disc. Why indeed? Hold on. Commenting on the news, the game businesses Chris Dring told VGC that the big losers would be game retailers, plus second-hand outlets like eBay and CEX. They'll need to focus on the secondary opportunities like add-on items and hardware. He said the winners are PlayStation and Xbox stores. Fuck, fuck this shit. Y'all, if y'all think that Sony's doing this to make manufacturing cheaper, you think that they're gonna bring the fucking price down of the next PlayStation? You don't think you ain't gonna have to spend $600 to $700 on a new PlayStation simply because they're gonna make all these games digital in the first place? Bullshit. You're fucking over stores. You mom and pop stores that sell used games because also fuck GameStop. But I was at Dynamo Games' new store opening here locally, and I happened to look. They happen to have some games, and they happen to have used games, and one of them was Deadpool, the PS4 version. Okay, now I had the PS3 version, but I've always wanted the PlayStation 4 version. But you can't download that shit anymore because the license expired, so you can't buy that on digital no more. So we want to talk about this digital future. Why can't I buy Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, the HD versions, right now? Digitally, because that shit expired because of licensing issues. How many games have been taken down because of licensing issues digitally? And you can only get them physically. And that's the only way you can play those games again. You gonna sit there and tell me that this is a good thing for the market? That this is a good thing for the future? Nah, fuck that. Nah. Look, I'm a physical guy. I buy digital games. Don't get me wrong, but there's games that I buy physically that I love because I never want to lose them. Because guess what? There's a shitload of games on PlayStation 3 that I can't change my username because I'm afraid to lose those games because they got pulled out. You can't buy Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix. You can't buy TMNT Turtles in Time Reshelled because the license is expired. Like, what is this shit? Like, you're getting rid of physical games because you're gonna bring down costs and all that shit. And GTA 6, why the fuck would you even release a box with a code in it? Okay? What up, you just producing plastic just to produce plastic and paper? The hell's wrong with you? Like, if you're just gonna release the game digitally, just release the damn thing digitally. Don't make people have to go to a fucking store just to get a piece of paper with a code on it, that the same shit that they could do on the fucking PlayStation or the fucking Xbox and the fucking PC. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. I'm not very happy with this news. With that said, moving into the first story that I was originally going to get into, the Video Game History Foundation. Sony's double announcement on Wednesday that it no longer will be making disc versions of its games from January 2028 and will be closing the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita stores next year has renewed debate about video game preservation. Some argue that a large proportion of today's modern games may become lost media decades from now, not only due to the closure of digital stores, but because many games now rely on connections to online servers, which will eventually be turned off. In a statement reacting to both decisions, the VGHF says the decision to stop releasing games on disc won't actually have a large immediate impact on professional game preservation because they haven't considered discs the best way to preserve games for some time. This is unfortunate news for those who still prefer buying games on physical media, and is certainly a hit to consumer rights. The resale market and game creators whose business rely on physical market, the VGHF's statement reads, but from a perspective of professional preservationists, this does not have much of an impact as you might expect. The reality is that the vast majority of video games produced over the last 2 decades were not made for for dedicated home video game consoles, let alone pressed to physical media. And even when they were released on physical media, a day one digital patch was all but guaranteed, meaning that even though a game preserving data in an accessible way, even though a disc is preserving data in an accessible way, it may not represent the game that people actually played. Museums and archives have been preparing for this for a while, with the expectation that putting discs on a shelf isn't going to be a long-term solution for preserving new games. The VGHF goes on to call on trade groups like the ESA, which it has been feuding with for some time, to come up with a preservation solution that will enable museums and researchers to continue accessing today's games 50 years from now. What continues to baffle us is what the industry expects institutions like ours to do about it. The statement reads, if platform owners are deciding to eliminate physical media and older digital storefronts, then we'd also like to see trade groups like Entertainment Software Association offer meaningful solutions for archives and museums to legally preserve digital only content and making it accessible for research. Everyone agrees this is a serious problem, but the ESA has repeatedly opposed the efforts of cultural heritage institutions to reform digital copy protection laws to make it easier to do this work. The industry needs to meaningfully come to the table on this issue, because asking museums to download a copy of Grand Theft Auto 6 and hope it'll run in 50 years is not a preservation solution. One of the key words that the BGHF statement is legally, because some have argued for some time now that piracy appears to be the only way to ensure games will be playable decades from now. Responding to a user on Bluesky, that's BS, who suggested this on Wednesday, VGHF founder Frank Cifidali, I'm going to try to say that, but I'm not going to keep trying, as the director of a historical video game preservation institute and someone who has dedicated his entire adult life to this cause, this is accurate. We have attempted to work with the industry's trade organization to find a legal path forward, but they refuse to offer a meaningful alternative. In 2024, the US Copyright Office refused to grant an exemption that would allow researchers to remotely access out of print video games so they could access them without having to visit libraries or an archive physical premises. The VHGF criticized the decision at the time, blaming the ESA for lobbying against the campaign, saying the game industry's absolutist, absolutist position, which the ESA's own members have declined to go on the record to support, forces researchers to explore extra legal methods to access the vast majority of out of print video games that are otherwise unavailable. So, what does that say? That says to me that we need to do something. Getting rid of physical games may not harm us in the long run, but at the end of the day, look, without getting into too much into legalities and all that, because I don't know the legalities of all that, but anyone and everyone has found the means to play older games through certain emulation software by attaining the files of said games in some form or fashion. I think that's probably the best that I can put it as. Um, I know we've all done it, and tell you that there's a Vita in my house that may or may not get me in trouble in the future. Uh, there may be a Vita, allegedly, there may be a Vita in my house that may or may not get me in trouble, or a hard drive that may or may not get me in trouble one day, but may or may not. What I'm trying to say is this: people shouldn't have to go to those extremes to preserve games. Okay, I can buy a fucking Super Nintendo and buy Super Mario World, a copy of Super Mario World, and play it just like it was back in the day on a fucking Super Nintendo on a big screen TV with an adapter of some sort, or I can play it on the Nintendo Switch online. But that's not the point. The point is, we shouldn't have to worry about games being lost to time. Okay, there are games that we can still play to this day because we've been able to preserve them in some shape, form, or fashion, or we attain them where they're really expensive copies, but we still have them because we got them on release, and we just don't touch them anymore. Stuff like that. There's no backwards compatibility with PlayStation. What's going to happen is all these games that we're playing now that we want to maybe play in the future, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you can play on this digital library here, but you have to pay full price for them again, and you're not really going to own them anymore because, as we all know, Sony just likes to get rid of shit because it'd be doing that. Uh, recently, uh, Sony did that. Um, that's here. Let me find the article. Uh, because there was an issue with movies that just came up, digital movies that Sony was that was recently talked about leading into this, which is kind of hysterical that then we got that. I'm trying to find um the article because I just had it and I lost it like an idiot as I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Here it is. Sony is deleting over 550 purchased movies from PS5 users' digital libraries. So, from September 1st, 2026, all purchased content related to the production of and distribution firm Studio Canal will be removed from PlayStation users' video libraries due to the end of a content license agreement. So, in a message sent to users on Friday, Sony confirmed that those affected will no longer be able to access your previously purchased content. The company made no mention of refunds or compensation. Studio Canal distributes a wide variety of video content on PlayStation consoles, including movies like Evil Dead, From Dusk Till Dawn, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and TV shows such as The Young Pope and Trust Me. Full list of video content being removed from users' libraries in September can be found on PlayStation's website. The removals again raise the issue of preservation in the games industry in a week where Grand Theft Auto 6 was confirmed as arguably the biggest entertainment release ever to skip physical media. Um, like most digital storefronts, the terms of PlayStation's end user license agreement dictate that users purchase licenses to view content and said content can be removed upon the expiry of licensing agreements. In March 2021, it's funny because this article had not, the announcement hadn't been made when this article was done, but it talks about the closure of the PS3 and PS Vita stores. Um, it's sad, but unfortunately, it's happening. They're taking away the mediums that we love. Um, it sucks. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm too attached to physical media. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. But again, I shouldn't have to pay $100 or $120 for a game that maybe costs $50 simply because I'm trying to find a physical version because I can't buy it online anymore because it's out of print. Or like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance HD 1 and 2, where it was only released digitally and not physically, and I can't get it anymore. Not that I don't play those games anyway, because I do play those games. I just play, the original versions that I owned. Not the point. Moving on. I'm not going to get into the other story because I've gone on this tirade. Um, but um, Onimusha, The Way of the Sword release date moved forward in a crowded September. Capcom, the game, which was previously planned to release September 25th, will now release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation, PC, and Switch 2 on September 4th. Onimusha's previous release week saw it sharing attention with Dune, Control Resonant, Dragon Quest 11S, Hellas Us, Silent Hill Townfall, Hot Wheels Infinite. With its new release date, it's instead competing with Orbitals and The Blood of Dawnwalker in this first week of September. While it's not uncommon for September to be a busy release month for video games, the specter of GTA 6 launching in November has caused a choke point in the months before it. It's widely expected that GTA 6 will become the largest media launch of all time, as GTA 5 did. So publishers have created a wide berth around Rockstar's next headline stealer. Um, yeah. So Onimusha's coming early. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Moving on, let's talk EVO. EVO 2026 wrapped up last weekend, and we had a lot of announcements. Great events. Great matches. And new champions crowned. I'm not going to go through all the results, but just the ones that caught my attention. Our top eights for CBS 2. SS's Geese Howard and Green Joker 23 were at the tie for seventh. Senor Payaso and Dr. B Galaxy B tied up in five. Silent Scope in four. In our top three, Nakanishi with a C Groove, Ken, Guile, Sagat. Choi Boy with a C Groove, Akuma, Cammy, and Sagat with some others. And Boss, of course, in first place, taking it with an A Groove, Yamazaki, Bison, Blanca. In Street Fighter Alpha 3, our top eight was Super Art 7, um, Sesmerado. I'm saying that tied up in seventh. Mountain Dew FKR and Dr. B Galaxy B from Strike First in tied up for 5th. AIRIC in 4th. Afro Cole in 3rd. NDC's Rolento 13 in 2nd. And of course, Justin Wong in 1st. Moving into Street Fighter 4 results, it's tied up in 7th. We had Evil Goose with an M Bison and No Problem with a Ryu. And tied up in 5th place, Alex Smith with an Able and PXLM3 with a Jury. Sketch in 4th place with Rolento and Balrog. 3rd place, Jackal with Fei Long and Seth. 2nd place, Zoda with Zangief. And 1, Auto Demon with Akuma. Third Strike tied up in 7th. Some Mexican guy with a Chun-Li. And Strike First, Kukie with Elena. Tied up in 5th place, Illegal Immigrant and Ghost Train with an Alex. In 4th place, Ancient Carthage with a Yang. And in our top 3, Chainslaw with Ibuki, Green Joker 23 with Dudley, and 1 Wavetable. Moving on into Vampire Savior. Our top 8, DD with Sasquatch and Orecom with Sasquatch and Felicia tied up in 7th. Sakamoto with a QB and Kosio with BB Hood, QB, and Heisenko tied up for 5th. Decameron with Lord Raptor in 4th. In 3rd place, Tsuta with Hisenko. In 2nd place, Nakanishi with Bishamon. And first place, Kaji with Lilith. In Fatal Fury City, the Wolves tied up in 7th place. We have Abu Omar with Dong Huang and ZJZ with Mr. Karate and Gato. And tied up in 5th, we had Score and K-Top. Score with Andy and Mr. Karate, K-Top with Mr. Karate. 4th place, Dani El Masa with Billy. Fenrich with Mr. Karate in 3rd place. Me Too Hot 4 with Rock, and of course Shao Hai taking the whole thing with Billy and Mr. Karate. In Guilty Gear Strive, we had in our top 8, tied up in 7th, we had Jiro with Anji and TY with Giovanna and Slayer. We had Kermit with Baiken and Kushumwa Damu with Johnny and tied up in 5th place. Cherio with Gold Lewis in 4th. Nitro NY with Leo in 3rd place. Barracks with Nago in 2nd place. And Red Ditto with Ramlethal in 1st place. 2XKO. This is a fun one to watch. I gotta admit, I don't play the game often, but this is a fun top 8 to watch. Globo in 7th place with Yasuo and Timo. Noka with Vi and Echo in 7th place. Tied up in 5th, we had Bleed with Ilio. I cannot remember. I don't remember how to say this fucking name. And Echo. In 5th place, we had the duo of Toshi and Haru with Toshi playing Jinx and Haru playing Thresh. In 4th, we had Polka with Ari and Akali. In 3rd place, we had Supernoon with Timo and Echo. In 2nd place, it was the duo of Sonic Fox and Inzem. Sonic Fox playing Ari and Jinx, and Inzem playing Timo and Thresh. And in 1st place, Hikari with Akali and Ari. Moving into Tekken. Top 8. Tied up in 7th place, we had Nobi with Lars, Steve, and Drag. And Ninja Killer We had a U.S. rep in top 8 for EVO this year, Ninja Killer with Law. In 5th place was Kasim Mir with Safina and Azucena, along with Mayo Ill with Jack 8 in 5th as well. In 4th place, we have John Deding with Eddie. We had in 3rd place Low High with Brian. In 2nd place, we had Ranchu with Fakuram. And taking his 8th EVO championship, Arslan Ash with Nina and Kuni Mitsu. Moving into our Street Fighter 6 top 8 for EVO. Tied up in 7th place, we have Zen with Sagat, Bison, and DJ, and Crossover RD with Sagat. Tied up in 5th place, Tauntaun Man with Jamie and Daruga with Elena. In 4th place, we have Karime. Kid did great. I gotta say that this young cat did great. Ryu and Bison. In 3rd place, Kills You with Mai and Jury. 2nd place, Shigematsu with Blanca. And in 1st place, your champion once again, Mena RD using Blanca and Bison. Now, action-packed event this week with EVO. We've got CEO around the corner. There was a lot of announcements made at EVO, including the fact that the Tekken World Tour Finals will be taking place in January within EVO Singapore. So it will no longer be a standalone event. Tekken World Tour finals will be taking place during EVO Singapore weekend. Some people that feel some way about that. EVO Locals got some updates. Locals can sign up, and there will be grants upwards of $1 million that will be granted to locals to help locals, do whatever they need. So that's also on their website. It's been a lot of back and forth on whether or not people want to join that and what that's going to do to the FGC communities as a whole. I won't get into that right now because we don't know all the details. But there were a lot of announcements made during EVO. So let's get into some trailers. How about that? Art of Fighting 3, The Path of Warrior R. Reignite. The Path of Warrior, Art of Fighting 3 are the ultimate evolution of the Neo Geo Classic. Rebalanced original roster, seamless rollback netcode, and here comes a new challenger with King and Yuri. King and Yuri join the fray. Coming to Steam very soon. Next up, we're going to take a look at the update that's coming to KOF 15.
KOF 15.
Okay. Updates coming July 2nd. So the update is out. There was definitely some balancing that took place. I do believe they introduced rollback netcode for this. Next, we got a new character coming to Grand Blue versus Rising.
Across these boundless, turbulent skies, strife without end, we spiral into chaos. Into its churning depths we fall. Is this our destiny? And even in our moments of doubt, when we lie beaten, bruised, and sore, we'll carry on, looking to the blue skies that will restoke the inferno in our hearts. A new path, hewn with every step, they walk toward a future sky, into a voyage illuminated by limitless possibilities. Thus, 40 fates resound as one, heralding Ragnarok's descent from on high. Meet your end by the dragon's fight.
It is coming. I don't know what it is.
Brace yourself. Face me. You won't. Caught you. What's wrong?
Okay. I like the big sword.
Stand down. I won't. Stop.
Ooh, he turns into this giant monster. Here comes the monster.
Beneath this beautiful world, both azure and phantasmal, forge your glory in the flames of battle. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising.
I dig it. Funny thing. Oh, a Nintendo Switch 2 version arrives September 17th as well. So, for version 2.60, we're getting the new character id, new stage, new system mechanic, adjustments to system mechanics, character adjustments, new costume, and more September 17th, 2026. That's a lot. And I'm just gonna say this: they just added a character to the actual Grand Blue fantasy game. I think it's called Relink. If Ichigo makes his way to Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising like he did in Relink, I will be playing that game. Shamelessly. Under Night 2 showed off its reveal trailer as well for its new character. So let's take a look at that. Back here again, huh? I need to go. She's here, under the night. Said the thing. I'm coming, Strix. Should have known. That wouldn't be enough to take her down for good. But this time, I'll seal the deal. I'll pierce beyond her vessel, straight through her heart. With my own 2 hands. Zohar. She's both myself and a void born from the abyss. A false presence, an undetectable blade. Can't trust anything anymore, can you? Be lost, lose sight. What you see before you is nothing but a shadow. Too late by the time you notice. I'll pierce your heart and end it all. I need to find her. Summer 2026. Claws encroach unseen. The doppelganger Zohar is coming to On Their Night in Birth 2. Next. Guilty Gear Strive Season Pass 5 playable character number 2, Robo Kai, was shown off. Not a lot of people were very impressed by this. What am I? Who cares?
I picked the right body to rent. This one's a winner.
Next character update for Season 5. Robokai.
Sorry, long line at the rental shop. I don't only want to be some baker's errand boy. That's just a step.
Dual wielding full body arsenal.
That's all. Huh? I'm not doing this for him. You think
He's got a fucking Segway as one of his attacks. And a flying wheelchair.
Brings victorious every time. Let's see some backbone. Come on, try harder.
Allow me to explain. By forcing this Hercules beetle to work nearly as hard as an entire video game dev team, Robokai can tap into infinite reserves of energy.
Who wants a loser among losers lose a life like that? Pass.
The 6-arm attack. Sick.
Don't forget it. Bring it on.
It's July 2nd, so Robokai is officially out, folks. Go ahead and get in on the action. Also, one of these additional characters is a guest character from what we've been told recently. So next, BlazBlue Central Fiction is getting a new character. After God knows how many years. It'll tell you here. Just watch. BlazBlue Phase 4. ...2015 arcade version launched, 2016 home console version release, and 2.0 was released in 2017. Trinity Glass Fillet joins the roster. We don't know when, but it's confirmed. Almost 10 years since 2.0, and we're getting a brand new character. 2XKO revealed 2 new champions. So let us take a look.
Together we'll light up the dome.
And I'll be your beacon when you need it most.
Lux, the Lady of Luminosity.
Go! Dazzling!
I've come to the conclusion that I'm too dog shit at this game to fucking play it, but it looks fun. Fall 2026 for a full trailer of Lux. Wait for it.
You're in for the time of your life. I'll make it a grand finale.
Samira, the Desert Rose, is coming to 2XKO. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, next, we got a reveal of a new character coming to Virtual Fighter Crossroads.
You guys hear the news? The Bakunawa killer took out another fighter last night. Yeah, but catch this. The guy wasn't even in the tournament. Who is that guy? Why were you chasing him the other day?
How is this possible?
Bakunawa Killer. There's been a lot of
佢同我做低佢啊！
speculation as to who this may be. Lots of speculation of who this may be. Anywhere from Lao Chan, others as well. So next, let's take a look at what we saw for Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Twelve iconic Avatar characters. We got an arcade mode. Gallery mode. Training mode. Pre-order bonus for the Samurai Appa skin, exclusive character colors, and year 1 pass. Year 1 pass, we have a community vote. We got Bolin, Lin Beifong, Tai Li, and Uncle Iroh as our season pass, and a character vote that we're gonna get to pick from a roster of different characters from the Avatar series. I'm trying to pull up. So we've got I can't find the list of the characters you can vote for. Why can't I find the list now? I remember Amon was one. Boomy was another. God, I can't remember. I can't find it. Kubira, I think, if I remember correctly, was another. I can't remember the rest, but there was quite a few different characters that we get to pick from in a vote. So they haven't announced when they're voting. We got a gameplay reveal trailer for Bob in Tekken 8.
Hunger's the root cause of
Bob
conflict.
Onigiri.
Join me, and we'll feed the world. Okay.
Get ready for the next battle.
Speed and weight.
Turn 8. New challenger.
This man riding in on a fucking skateboard is hysterical.
The hero has arrived. Cheap shots just don't work on my perfect body. Impact. No flavor.
I have zero interest in this character. It's just funny.
I hope you're ready. USA sense. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Rumble, young man, rumble. Sorry.
You know why I love eating onigiri? 'Cause got enough.
The fact that he's got an intro with Kazuya is hysterical.
Let's go. Eat your calories out. Burn my fat. Roar my fists. Feel the power. You'll need to spend the rest of your life paying for all your sins.
Early access August 19th with official release August 24th for Bob.
The hero has arrived.
After Bob is Roger Jr. in Autumn. Oh, wait. Leroy?
No, sugar.
The fact that they made this is hysterical. That's too funny. New trailer for Roger Jr. will be October 11th at EVO France. How about that? We're getting Roger Jr. sometime in October. And the final reveal was the final three characters for Marvel Tokon. So let's take a look at that.
Allow me to introduce your glorious champions. The Fighting Avengers. The Unbreakable X-Men. The Amazing Guardians. The Knights of Doom. And
Stay out of my face, lady! You mess with the Ghost Rider, you'll end up as a ghost. All skill, no bluff. Hey, Vamp, how about some help here?
I'll make this quick. Show me how much
We
monster
got Blade.
Don't blink. Here, take this. Gotcha. Weapon's hot. Nothing stops the more a monster blade. Close your eyes. It's over.
They say I'm
That's
a
sick.
legend, but I am also a god.
Loki.
I've saved Asgard more times than I have.
We're getting an Asgard stage.
No, really?
Beauty God, now!
You dislike my prattling tongue, beast? You will not survive. My Ragnarok!
Whoa! Rage quitting is the ultimate fighting game sin. Let me check out some strats. And now time resumes. It's
We got
me,
Deadpool.
FGC's favorite. favorite. How's this pose?
Lock it up, Wade.
I love it when you threaten me. Bluesky! Hey, chat, somebody clip that. So elegant! Random bullshit go! Deadpools assemble! Deadpool Force! Wait. There's something else we should do. I remember!
Enter the
Midnight Samurai Outriders!
Oh, we're cooking now.
T-E-A-M, get 'em!
time to step out of the shadows.
One does not cross a frost sight. Everyone, get ready. You're gonna feel this.
Rest in peace.
All on attack!
The power of Jotunheim. Hell is coming for you.
August 6th.
Nah. This
Beta
isn't it.
on PS5 coming soon. Oh, open beta for PS5 and PC the 24th through the 26th of July, right around the time that Avatar has its official release. It's hysterical. I'm hyped for Marvel Tokon. I'm hyped for Avatar. I've been playing the beta. We'll talk about that next episode a little bit more as I get into it because I just picked it up yesterday. But with that said, my team for Marvel Tokon right now is looking like it's going to be Magneto, Doctor Doom, Blade, and my fourth character. I'm still between Carnage and Deadpool. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now with Marvel Tokon, and I'm hyped for it. I'm looking forward to playing it. It's Marvel, baby, but in anime. So with that, we come to a close on this episode. We've gotten a little bit of news. Let me know what y'all think on all the news that we covered, including the decision for Sony to drop physical releases. Let me know what your thoughts were on EVO and all of the announcements that were made, and any games, any of the announcements that really piqued your interest. Are you going to be playing Avatar? Are you going to be playing Marvel Tokon? What's going to be your team? Who's going to be your Avatar main? Right now, I'm leaning towards Toph or Zuko. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. With that, as always, I will bid you all adieu, but always be good or be good at it. I will catch you all next time.